and I can give him a dad that he could be proud of.
Blah, y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality, the holders podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? This is the place where you want to hide from your drama or maybe hide from your baby mama. Just kidding. Y si tú quieres cambiar tu vida, if you want to change your life, then subscribe. Ching, ching. And by the way, guys, I just published a book. It's called Shabbat in Chicago. It's about an audacious single mom who opens her heart and home to five adopted kids while embracing her Latino culture while being Jewish. And today we have a very special guest. He is a fighter from Powerslap, and he is in the new season 3 for Road to the Title. Give it up for the one and only Rayden. Woo!
What's up, man? Thank you for having me, brother.
It's an honor, brother. You don't understand, man. I had to call a few people, your secretary, your agent. It took me a minute, but I'm happy I got a hold of you, you know?
We made it happen, bro. We made it happen. We're here.
Oh, man. So, look, brother, I want to share a little story, for my fans too. So, one time I went out, it was actually this year or last, I think it was this year. I took out this pretty girl, Mexican chick, and, she grew up in Texas, Houston. And I'm thinking, man, she know how to dance. And I've seen her move. She can move her body. So, your boy, I was like, you know what? This is our third date. Let me take her to a nice Latin bar where they have music, reggaeton, bachata. So I took her there and we're having a few drinks. And I'm like, all right, this is my moment to shine. Let's dance. So I said, come on, girl. I grab her hand. Let's dance. And she didn't want to dance. I said, "What?" I said, "Girl, you gotta understand. This is my specialty. This I teach dance. This is my thing." She's like, "Nah, I don't feel like dancing." I was like, "Dang!" And then it got so crowded. We were heading out, and me as I'm trying to be a gentleman. I hold her hand so I can, make people move out the way, and
Yeah.
I got her back. So we're walking together. She lets go of my hand on the like halfway going through the crowd. She let go. I'm like,
Uh,
yo, that's a bad sign. And it's crazy because me being Latino, I like Latin music. I gotta dance. So she didn't pass it. Sad to say this, but she didn't make it to the next date.
Was she Latina?
Latina, brother.
Oh shit. Oh, spicy they can be, huh?
Right, right. I got sad, bro. Real pretty. I got to give her like, beauty. She's a 10, personality, great personality. But the fact that she didn't want to dance and she knew that I love to dance, that's a bad sign. I can't be with someone too boring. That's my opinion. It's sad, but she was too boring. But what about you? Do you remember any bad dates on like that you can remember?
Man, honestly, it wasn't too long ago I was 280 pounds, man. So I didn't really have a lot of girls around me until like the past couple years. But I wouldn't say I had any bad dates, but stick to myself. I smoke. I work out and play video games and stuff. So I don't really put myself around like a lot of dating situations. I kind of been with my baby mama for like the past couple years, but I'm not with her anymore. But like, now I'm seeing what's up with dating again.
I feel you. I feel you, brother. And please, please, if you could share too, like, if you could share like your background, where were you born and raised, and any like childhood memories you have growing up as a kid.
Yeah, so well, I was born in California, and my mother, when I was very young, she met a sailor, and so my mom and myself ended up moving over to Atlanta, Georgia, and so I moved away from my family, and I was like really young, and so I got put into like a really aggressive environment, you know and just like it was really like gang related over there. Like I remember getting like court restraining orders from people when I was like before I was 10, because like people were like jumping me or you know excluding me out of activities. There's something that I want to share that I haven't shared before, and it's when I was younger. I saw all these kids. They were playing football at the park, and this is in Georgia. And I'm Mexican, bro. I'm Latino, and over there, it's like really like it's really there's a lot of African American and just there's not a lot of diversity, and I love everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with everybody. I'm trying to be cool with the Latinos. And they didn't even want to fuck with me because I didn't speak Spanish fully. You know what I mean? So I'm like that one weird little smelly Mexican kid that just like didn't speak Spanish and just like I always try to hang out with people and people were getting picked for teams and I never got picked and I was waiting and I'm like, okay, I didn't get picked. And then I just felt this big ass numbing pain on my face and the guy like bulleted the football at my face and my face just went numb. And I just remember crying and just going back home and like home was just so broken, so I eventually I just founded wrestling and got me where I am today.
Wow, brother. Yeah, it's crazy, man, that those kids were, and they were just that's messed up what they did, brother. Throwing that football like out of nowhere. Should have gave you a warning, at least so you could catch it. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Growing up, I think that it's messed up. I think like it's getting better now. Um but yeah, I feel you, brother. I was definitely, I had a lot of fights in high school. I didn't get along with, I had the same problem but a little different. I didn't get along with the Latinos, and in my high school they just gave me a hard time because I wasn't Catholic. They thought I
Yeah.
betrayed them, but I didn't. It's just that's what I
Mm.
was raised. I wasn't Catholic, and so it was kind of messed up that people judge you without knowing you. I think is we have to come together and learn each other's cultures.
I remember like somebody looking at me and just being like, I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like nothing about you. And like I'm just brought up because of that's how my life went. You know what I mean? And if they would see me now, they'd be fucking shocked. And I'm sure they do.
Yeah, for sure, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you. And please, brother, if you could tell us too, like, how did you get connected to Powerslap? This is huge, brother. Everybody's talking about it. I love this show. I'm a big fan, man. So I want to hear your insight, man. Like, what got you in there? Was it like a video they went crazy for, and then they're like, "Yo, we need to sign you up"? Like, can you tell us the process?
So I've been competing in martial arts since I was 12 years old, and I've been pretty active since I've been an adult. I was active as a kid too, but even more so, I'm active right now. My body was really starting to trim out. I've always loved fighting. I've always loved MMA. I always loved just wrestling and just fighting and entertainment in general. And just so following these dreams, even in the midst of controversy, and a lot of you guys know, I was living in my car for a good while, and but just because other people tell you it's not going to work out or just because other people are saying like that's a dumb idea, like I don't think you should do that, just because you can't see what I can see doesn't mean that I need to listen to what you're doing. You know what I mean? And so look at me now and I look at you, it's like dude, like I'm glad I listened to myself and following your love and passion will really lead you to success. So I was doing a Muay Thai fight for the International Kickboxing League. There was hundreds of people there in the Los Angeles Convention Center. I mean, it was fucking crazy, bro. That guy was huge. We had a great war, and I put out some videos just saying how fun it was. And UFC producer Joey Varner, he did the Ultimate Fighter. I didn't sign up for the show like a lot of these fighters. They actually reached out to me and asked me to be a part of the show. I never thought about being on Power Slap until they asked me.
Whoa, that's wild, brother. That is a pretty cool story, man. For them to reach out to you, that's amazing, brother. And you know what? It's really cool how this is evolving and becoming so big. Like now, everybody's talking about Power Slap. It's just amazing, and I'm a big fan. Like I told you, I love it. I think the sport is amazing. Brother, can you share too? Like what was going through your head when you were going up to match, right? And I gotta be honest, man, to see you in that fighting stage, I could tell you were hungry. Like you wanted this. This is like life or death. Like I could see it. I had my popcorn next to me. I think I spilled it when I saw you do you knock him out. I spilled all the popcorn in the ground. I tried to grab it because I was like, oh man, this is real bad. I had the speaker up. So it was one of the most craziest fight. And brother, please tell us what was going through your mind, please.
So, me and Neil ended up having like a last minute switch up. So I didn't even know who I was gonna fight until like I walked up onto the stage. Like I was walking to the stage for a fight against somebody I had no idea was up there. I had no idea who was up there. It could have been fucking Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? It could have been fucking King Kong. I don't care. Like you said, I needed that fight. I was hungry. I didn't care. It could have been literally any single person in Power Slap. I would have still continued with the fight. And just walking up there, I just know I had a purpose. I'm fighting for my son, man, you know, and I'm fighting to have a place to live and food on the table. So I just think to myself, like, my son's only like 9 months old, man. But if he could speak to me and be like, Daddy, would you go to war for me? I would go to war for him anytime. Sick, hurt, healthy. I'm there for it.
Wow, brother. That's beautiful, man. I think that we need to give credit to a lot of these fathers like you, right? Who are very like, motivated, inspiring to give that leadership to their kids. And I think it's beautiful, brother. I didn't have a father growing up. So the fact that you saying these things is very, moving, brother. And be honest with you, out of all the fighters, I felt like your story is very like more relatable than most of these fighters to us, right? To us speaking, because I can feel when they did your interview right before the fight, I could feel the pain. I felt it. I was like, man, I want my boy to win. I didn't even know you, brother. I felt
Man,
it, man.
like the things that I was going through before I got there, like I was literally sleeping on the side of the road in Los Angeles, like in at the beach. I was sleeping on the side of the road. I had like literally like a canned food, and like I had no food to eat, and I was just I was hungry and I was cold, and I had my dog with me, and I knew that my son was waiting for me to do something, you know, and so it was just great to be there. And then next thing you know, like the next day or 2 days later, I'm on top of the Fighters Hotel looking down at the Spear in Las Vegas. Like dude, I was just homeless. And now I'm in front of Dana White fighting, you know, in front of on the top of the Fighters Hotel. Like, what a dream come true, you know, following your heart. That's what I want to teach my son. Like I didn't have my dad around too much either. My dad actually he had cancer and then he ended up committing suicide from alcohol because he just couldn't handle it. And I don't have any like people around me supporting me. Like so just to have my own place and to have a car and to have my kid and he's gonna be spending the night with me next week and it's just amazing, you know? And credit to my mom for showing me how to be a great dad.
Wow, brother. No, that's deep, man. That's really deep stuff, man. I got to say, like again, man, this is big, brother, and I want you to win the whole thing. I want you to, looking back and see you. We need you, brother. And brother, please tell us, like when your son was born. Also, I want to kind of pick at your brain when your son was born. What went through your head, like as now you're becoming you're walking in a new life now because now you're a father now.
You know, I really did think that it was gonna. When you think of your life, you think of it in chapters, and then when you think of something as big as having a child, you know, it's like it's not even a new chapter. It's like a new like whole section of the book. You know what I mean? And so when I had my son, since I've had my son, I've had three fights, and he's 9 months old, and two of those fights have been in front of Dana White, and I give him so much credit. Um, I love my son so much, and literally, it's you think that you know what life is before you have a kid, and you don't really think of yourself as being a father until you are, and now it's like this person's childhood is in my hands, like everything that I've ever went through in my life, I can I can paint his pictures so beautifully, and I can give him a dad that he could be proud of. You know, I can actually set myself up to where when he falls down, when he gets up later, or when he gets older, I can catch him. You know, I want him to be able to go to me. I want him to be able to go to mom. You know, when I saw him open his eyes for the first time, it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. This past year has been crazy, man. Imagine that. I didn't have a kid a year ago. I didn't have a home a year ago. I wasn't in Powerslap a year ago. I'm just a normal guy, just like everybody else, you know, smoking weed, fucking playing video games, trying my best. Things don't work out for me sometimes, but they do, man, if you keep trying.
Wow, brother, that's deep, man. I think, I love to hear that like you went through so much, right? And now you're reaching to your dream, right? You're already in your passion. And I just can't wait, brother, when you get that belt. We got to celebrate cuz that's big news, man. That's big. That's wild. And I love that you're doing it for your son. You know, they say that when you have a kid, the love that you have is different. It's like it'll always be there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Yeah,
your kid. It came from you. Has your blood.
no, for sure, man.
So that's what's up, brother. Now, one of my last questions, brother, before I let you go, I want to ask you what advice could you give, young people that want to follow, whether it's power slap, whether it's getting into martial arts or following the dream. What would you say to them right now?
I would say to not don't let anybody dictate what you're gonna do with your life. If you know what you want to do, whether it's like YouTube or whether it's fighting or jujitsu, you really need to go into it and do it. And there's so many fighters that people that like they want to be fighters and they love fighting. Get your ass in the gym, man. Get your ass in the gym. If you're not near a gym, start fucking training and put a lot of love into it, man. Like I said, there's so many times I was misdirected. I got homeless over this. I lost relationships over this. I lost my car over this. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to deal with the rain to get to the rainbow.
I love that, man. That was deep, man. Man, I love it, brother. Ooh, I got the chills. I got the chills. So look, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. This is the Outlet to Reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago every Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ching. Y'all know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the Outlet to Reality. My Snapchat is Take One Pass It, and my TikTok is at Yaakov28. And brother, where can my fans find you?
Look up my name, Rayden_MMA, Rayden MMA. Check me out on Power Slap, y'all.